is Friday 2nd of May. We're already into May, and as usual we're looking at UK wheat to start off with. And I've got the slightly different chart this morning. We're starting off with the monthly continuation chart of the contract, and this is going back to 2004. You can see here I've got a 60-day, 60 monthly moving average running on here, this blue line, and you can see obviously the continuation. We're in a, the last 10 years we've slowly been going up. Obviously the high here is 200, hit in 2007, 2011 and 2013 we hit 220 the high. You can see here that right at this crucial crossroads here, that was similar to back in 2010. We're crossing up above the moving averages. 158.75 is the monthly close. If we break above this high here, then it opens the door right back up to 200 on the long term. What else can we look at on this chart? Well, it's quite interesting to look back in 2007. We've got the volume along here. And volume is like the energy we need to propel the market. Who's interested in buying in. And you can see here back in 2007 how we had this green upward tick of volume. And look here, consistently in the first half of this year, look how the volume is rising. It's quite interesting. And here again we saw this high here when we had this rise up here. This was in late 2010, so that's quite an interesting key point. We then go on to look at the weekly one, which I'll just get here. And this I've just put here is sort of zooming in for the last 5 years. And you can see here we've broken this downwards trend at this 159. You see that high here. I put the other highs in play, and you can see that we're coming up to test this moving average on the 60 weekly moving average. And then zooming right in here, we're coming in here. This is our current chart here. This is the daily chart. So you can see this formation which we're having here. And this continuation pattern here, which I've drawn quite clearly, is this triangle pattern. And this is quite usual in this, what I was expecting to happen during these months, April, May, June. We need to see a breakout confirmed through this 162, 164. I've got my wave counts in place here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Target in place, everything's going in place, and it's looking quite bullish. Obviously the 60-day moving average coming right in is now curling up. We've got the 20 days curling up, and the 5 is curling up, and the volume is going up as well. So everything is still in play, I feel, for a breakout to the upside. But at the moment, it's not going to do anything until it's sorted itself out, come back to the mean value in this continuation pattern. If we just then go on to see what's happening on the US wheat market, you can see here quite clearly we've got the same kind of thing happening on the US wheat market between 740, 690. This is the December contract, new contract. You can see how the volume is going up still, and that's quite encouraging. Just have a look. This is the US wheat. This is the long-term monthly chart of the US wheat, and this is going right back to year 2000. And you can see here the spike here we had that was in 2007, 2008 when we had the high in the UK, and you can see how we're having this recovery from after this downwards fall here in 2014. And finally we just come back to look at the oilseed rape chart, and we're now looking, I've switched to the new crop contract on this November, and you can see here we've got similar to what's happening on the UK wheat. We're coming up quite nicely. We're holding, just testing this 60-day moving average, and the same, we've got this consolidation pattern here on the rate the same. So just recapping on the wheat, just finally leave it here on the UK. Our monthly pivots are on here, so with this our target place 168, 170, and I'll put an update this time next week. Thanks for watching.